Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Pass the FE Exam. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about a common yet often unspoken challenge that many face when they're preparing for the FE exam: test anxiety, which is something that I also suffer from as well. But before we get in here, this video is brought to you by PPI, a leader in engineering exam prep for the FE and PE exams since 1975.
PPI provides expert prep courses and study resources designed to help you pass the FE exam the first time. PPI's live online courses include hours of lectures, problem-solving demonstrations, exam strategy sessions, office hours, and a passing guarantee. When you take a live online course, PPI guarantees you will pass, or you can take the on-demand course for free. With study guides, practice exams, and more, the PPI Learning Hub offers digital practice and review that you can take with you anywhere you have a device so that you can prepare during the times most convenient for you. Check out PPI today at ppi2pass.com to see all the options available for FE exam prep. Let's dive in.
Anxiety before a big test like the FE is very natural, and often this stems from feeling underprepared. Now, you might worry that you haven't studied enough or that your preparation methods aren't effective. Now, this feeling can be compounded by fear of failure, especially when you've invested so much time and effort into your studies. Past negative experience with tests can also play a significant role in this, and if you've struggled with exams before, it's easy to worry that history might repeat itself here. And then there's the fear of consequences. The thought that your entire future career hinges on this one exam, it can be very, very daunting, to say the least. Interestingly enough, though, anxiety disorders are often very common mental illness in the US, affecting around 18% of the population. These disorders can develop from a mix of factors like genetics, brain chemistry, personality, and life events. Recognizing that you're not alone in this can be a very, very good source of comfort. Now let's identify the symptoms here. Anxiety isn't just a mental or an emotional state. It manifests physically and behaviorally too. So you might experience a racing heartbeat, sweaty palms, or maybe even stomach issues. Emotionally, there's always fear, worry, and also a sense of impending doom, right? Behaviorally, you might find it hard to concentrate or become very fidgety. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step in managing these symptoms. So how can we overcome this anxiety when related to the FE exam? Now, here's a few practical tips for you all to take into account. Tip number 1, you want to tailor your FE study plan to your learning style. Now, are you a visual learner, or do you prefer listening to lectures? Maybe you learn best by doing. Identifying your style helps you to create a study plan that's more effective and less overwhelming. Tip number 2, you want to lean on your community. Don't underestimate the power of support. Talk to your peers, talk to your mentors, or anybody that has already gone through the FE exam. Join study groups or even find a mentor. This can reduce the feeling of isolation and boost your confidence, and also increase the accountability on your part as well. Tip number 3, you want to maintain a positive mindset. I know that that's easier said than done, right? But try to focus on your progress and your small victories. Build that momentum. Reframe negative thoughts into positive affirmations. Instead of thinking that you're going to fail, tell yourself that you're prepared and that you're going to do your best. Tip number 4, you want to simulate the FE exam environment. You want to use practice tests to get comfortable with the format and time constraints. Familiarize yourself with the NCEES reference handbook, which you will use during the actual exam. And lastly, tip number 5, you want to monitor your caffeine intake. Now, while many of us may rely on caffeine, it can exacerbate anxiety. Now, be mindful of your consumption, especially as the exam approaches. Now, beyond these tips, remember the importance of relaxation techniques like deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and mindfulness. Positive self-talk and visualization can also shift your mindset into a more confident place. Now, remember that everyone's experience with anxiety is unique. Now, what works for someone else may not exactly work for you. Now, the key is to find strategies that suit you and to practice those things regularly. With the right preparation and mindset, you can manage your test anxiety effectively and perform the best to your abilities on the FE exam. All right, everyone. Well, I hope that you all have found this week's video helpful, and in upcoming videos, We're going to answer more of your FE exam questions and run through some more practice problems. Pass the FE exam, we'll publish videos weekly, so that please be sure to subscribe to our channel. That way you can get all of the expert tips and tricks, including the practice problem solutions on a weekly basis, just to ensure that you're going to pass this FE exam. And I encourage you all to ask questions in the comments that we can all read and respond to in future videos. So if there's a specific topic that you want us to cover or a specific question that you want to have answered, pass the FE exam, we'll have you covered. I'll see you all next week.